Hello, everybody. Good Friday afternoon, evening, morning, whatever the case may be in your neck of the woods. I'm Mike DiLisio, and we're doing something a little bit special. I'm going to call it special, right? Let's just do it. I'm calling it special. I'm going to raise the expectations way up here, and I've got nowhere to go but down. Look, I do what I can for the people on Fridays. We're going to take a first peek at the Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era, which is the forthcoming game from Chip Theory Games. And to say that this is highly anticipated is probably an understatement. Let me put on my magic spectacles and take a look and make sure that we're coming through, that you can see my visage, you can hear my pronunciations, you can see me and hear me. I'm trying to be, I'm trying to speak with extra, medieval flair. So, until I hear otherwise, I'm going to assume that we're looking good. Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era is a board game set in the world of the Elder Scrolls, okay? Loud and clear, all good, Mike. Fantastic. All right. And Chip Theory Games is in the chat, which is good because I will be relying on you to, let me know if I miss anything or maybe if there's clarifications that might be needed. So I appreciate you being here in the chat. And the whole idea about this is this has not been planned at all. This is really, this came very recently, and I thought, can I hold myself back for a day from opening up and playing with all of these goodies to show it live on camera? And I said no, but then I thought better, and I thought, look, have some restraint. Have some restraint for the fans of the Elder Scrolls. Have some restraint for fans of the Dice Tower. Have some restraint for fans of Chip Theory Games. And so I handcuffed myself to the bedpost until today. And so you're going to be seeing it all for the first time. I'm just going to be, now I'm not going to lie. I have to be straight up with you. I did take a glance at the rule book, but that's it. I didn't pull anything else out. I took a little glance at the rule book. I put it back. Okay? So we're all seeing this for the first time. It should be fun. I put it in the description of the video, but clearly if you don't want anything to be spoiled, then you're watching the wrong video, because I'm literally just going to open everything up. I'm going to flip through some stuff. I'm going to show you some cards. I'm giving you what it is inside, right? And so if that's something that you want to, not have any of that spoiled for you, then this is probably not for you. But that's what I want to do. I want to show it off, all right? Mike Heller, I'm assuming if you're here, you're not watching the wrong video. You want to know. You must know. Mike Heller, you must know what's inside the box that is right here. Oh, I can feel the embossment right now. So embossed. Okay. Couple of notes before we get down to business is got a little bit of a note that came with this. This is a pre-production copy of the game, and so there are going to be some things in this box that are going to be slightly different or potentially quite different from the final copies. But this is very close to final, okay? So I can just tell you a couple of things based on the information that I've been given here. Apparently Chip Theory already unboxed it. Well, Jacob, I appreciate that you want to see it here too, because look, you're going to be getting this. I don't know that anything is going to immerse you more into the Elder Scrolls lore than to be hearing lawn work being done outside my castle window. So I really wanted to get you deep into the lore by having someone run a weed whacker outside the castle walls there. So you're going to get something a little special today, Jacob, and I hope you're looking forward to it. Full immersion. Okay, so all intents and purposes, a final copy with some differences. There have been some changes to the box to just kind of reinforce a couple of things. They changed a little bit of the coloring on the inside, things along those lines. Although I will say that the box that I have been given held up very well in packing and shipping, and I don't see any significant damage to it, but the box that you'll be getting is even going to be more reinforced, okay? The box is going to be about a ½ inch taller because they're accommodating their deluxe adventurer inventory accessory, which is not in this particular box, all right? It's widened by a couple of millimeters to better fit trays at the bottom, but for the most part, what you see is what you're going to get. It says chips, dice, internal tray solutions are good. For the PVC stuff, the cards, reference sheets, maps, there has been a little color variance that they took care of. They lightened up the printing of the hero card. So again, you're going to get mostly what it is. It's very close to final, but I do want to point out those couple of things. The card boxes here are not the final version of the card boxes. It says there's 2 clash mats, each with the same art on both sides. The copy you get is going to have a single clash mat with unique art on both sides, but both sides have been included here so I can show it off. All right, some changes in the wording of the rule book, some changes with some cards, but you know what? That's a good enough preamble. You're here to watch what's inside this box. So let's head on over to the table and prepare yourself. The Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era. All right, now, I will tell you in full disclosure that I guarantee that there are many people in this live stream right now that are better acquainted with the lore behind the Elder Scrolls. I am, I would say, a novice at best. I've played a fair bit of Skyrim. I think I played a little bit of Morrowind back in the day, but I am not fully immersed in all of the lore. And so for those of you that are, there may be things that are, you know, terribly exciting to you that I may not have a background with. So just keep that in mind. All right, so here we go. This is a box that has a kind of a dual layer thing happening here where the lid, you've seen these before, things like Lords of Waterdeep, the latest Descent game had a box like this. So let's lift off the cover. There we go. Ah, yes. All right, so here, right off the bat, we've got Eastern Skyrim. We've got some maps here, okay? So, like I said, I have not opened any of this. So, let's take a gander. I don't know if this has, oh, it does, right here. All right, so here we go. We got Eastern Skyrim here, and these are PVC. If you have played any chip theory games, this is going to be very familiar to you, okay? Western Skyrim. All right. Western Skyrim is lovely this time of year. I've got to come up with a plan. I'm going to kind of set these things aside so that I'm not taking up too much room here. Cryodill, and apologies in advance if I'm mispronouncing something. That's certainly possible. High Rock. So many of the, well, the locations you'd be familiar with in this land. Morrowind. I think I played a bit of Morrowind back in the day. And then the Western Black Marsh. All right, so there are the maps. Oh, one other thing I did want to mention is that there are certain elements that are not going to be in this one that will be, as far as like the metal pegs are not in this copy. They don't have the upgraded chips, things along those lines. So just keep that in mind that depending on what you got, it will likely be different. Actually, I think that's going to not matter. They'll have that in any of them. All right, here we go. Our first neoprene, folks. You knew it wouldn't take long to get to some neoprene. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Again, there might be some slight changes to the final versions, but here you can see some lovely, lovely train. Chip Theory. The box only weighs 23 pounds, which is only a measly 5 pounds more than fully punched Gloomhaven. Look, it's light as a feather. I absolutely did not put myself in traction moving this around. Here we go. Lovely, lovely maps. Here we go. Looking a little Skyrim-y right there. Gosh, I wish this had smell-o-vision. The smell of fresh neoprene. There's nothing quite like it. And I'm not being sarcastic. I actually like the smell of the fresh neoprene. There we go. Lovely. I don't think we're getting too much glare on that. That's just a one-sider. And then we've got a number of smaller. Just giving you an idea. All right. There's some of them. There's this one. Okay. So we'll see how this goes time-wise. If we can, you know, I'll try to show you as much as possible. Yes. So if you've played, I keep saying that, if you've played other Chip Theory games, a lot of this is going to seem familiar to you. These have a big-time Cloud Spire type of a feel to them. I do believe, and Chip Theory's here, they can correct me if I'm wrong, that at least some of the framework of this game was built upon things that they've been doing in the Too Many Bones line. I believe I heard that, but again, Chip Theory's here, they can correct me if I'm incorrect on that one. All right, so there you go. Lovely, lovely, only the freshest neoprene. I do love me some fresh neoprene. And you can see these all kind of slot in very nicely. Was that on top or on bottom? Now look, I'll figure it out later. Right now, let's get those going. Let's pop the top on them and let's get deeper. All right. All right, well, this is a massive spoiler, folks. I am sorry, but yes, it does come with a foam block. That was, I know they wanted to surprise you with this. I know the Chip Theory was really, you know, they like to include little spoilers or Easter, not spoilers, but like little cool things. This, you know, you weren't expecting a foam block, but you got one, so you're welcome. All right. This is like Too Many Bones 2.5, recognizable DNA, but a lot of things are very different or expanded. Yes, just based off the little bit that I looked at the rule book, this is a game that has a tremendous amount of depth, which makes sense being that the Elder Scrolls games, video games, are tremendously in depth, big about character building and getting you know, unique stats and just building a character, and it looks like that is here in a large way. So we'll start to kind of just look through these books. There are multiple books here, okay? This is the tutorial guide. This is the only thing I took a little glance at, all right? This is a way to just get into the game for the first time, all right? And so it kind of tells you how to use the book, gives you an overview of the tutorial. It's going to have specific components that are going to be utilized for that, and it's going to show you kind of what the setup for the game will look like once everything is done. Talks about game difficulty depending upon how difficult you want to make it. Then it goes into creating adventurers. And keep in mind, this is not the main rule book. This is the tutorial guide, all right? So you can see even in the tutorial, there's a significant amount of stuff to go through. It talks about the rules of battle. It gives you some examples with like this jailbreak encounter. Talks about what happens on the adventurer turns. engage action. So you can see it goes through a good amount of detail, walks you through the main aspects of the game so that you can then, once you have this and you've played through it, then you can utilize the main rule book when you come across things that you need to expand upon, things along those lines. Okay, but you can see this is a very extensive guide for a tutorial mission. Okay, all right. So again, there's a lot going on. It goes through 3 days of a mission. Okay, now we've got the rule book. All right, this is the rule book. Again, I think that the material in this is slightly different. You'll get slightly better material for the rule book in the final copy, but this again will give you a pretty good idea. It is 95. Oh, no. I shortchanged it, although, okay, yeah, there's a little more that needs to be added. 97 pages, it looks like, okay? And you know that if you're getting something that's 97 pages long, it's going into detail, right? I doubt that they haven't covered just about everything, and it looks like in significant detail. So a lot of times in games like this, you know, there's 2 ways you can look at it. You might say, oh my gosh, this is a tremendous amount of information that I'm going to need to digest to play this game. Well, that is one way to look at it, but for me, this is a lifestyle type game. I think many, not all, but I think many of Chip Theory games are lifestyle type games, meaning that you're going to invest a significant amount of time playing this game, possibly with a dedicated game group, possibly if you're playing it solo, whatever the case may be. I feel like if you are going to get into a game like this, you're getting into a game like this. You're not getting this game to play through a couple of 45-minute sessions, right? And so if you're going to have a game that is this in-depth as it appears to be, you'd rather not have a lot of ambiguities, and I think by going in this much detail, you're probably minimizing that chance as much as possible. This delicious Elder Scrolls beverage. Fresh stream water. Okay, so we've got multiple gazetteers. It's like a gazette. Gazetteer? I'm going to say gazetteer because gazette is pronounced gazette. All right? And so these go over the different... let me look really quick and make sure there's nothing here that's really, really spoily. Again, it might be a little spoily, but I'll just show you a little bit. I'm not going to show you all of it, all right? But you can see that it's got some information here for the different locations, all right? And then the different objectives for quests, okay? Okay, so you get an idea of that, but I don't have to go into a lot of detail so that you're not getting completely spoiled. Similar for Black Marsh, okay? And if there's something for that multiple people ask for a better look at, I will try to accommodate that, okay? Cyrodiil, I'm good to show. Okay, good. Okay, so Chip Theory says go ahead and show these. I'll show Cyrodiil here in a little bit more detail. So here we go. Table of contents. It's got the overland mechanics, all right? So different effects, different icons, kind of how they play into the game, I assume. Again, I'm looking at this for the first time with all of you. Encounters, these are encounters according to the book here, all right? So I'm assuming that at some point you're going to have encounters and it will likely tell you. It'll be based on where you are, I would assume. Again, I'm making assumptions. Okay, so I can show you some of those. And then here we've got a scenario, I would assume, okay? A1, Complexity of 3. Sewer Gate for the Mages Guild. Okay, and so the snapshot of this lesson is recruit an ally in a clash before engaging in a multi-step dungeon encounter. Multi-step dungeon encounter. Okay, gives you some rewards. It tells you where to go when it's completed. Okay, so these are different scenarios, and there are a number of them. I assume that they kind of build off of each other. So go to B2, and then if you complete that one, or when you complete that one, maybe go to C. C. Okay. Looks like Chip Theory is answering some questions. Okay, so you've got a Gazetteer for Morrowind, for High Rock. So for all of the main locations, they have their own Gazetteer. I feel like I'm mispronouncing that. Gazetteer. I'm going to keep saying it until someone corrects me. Someone definitive that has a degree in linguistics. Any linguistics theorists in the house? Beverage time. There is nothing like Morrowind spring water. It is delish. Okay. Looks like we've got some reference sheets. So let's take a look at those. Chip Theory, well known for, okay, so emphasis on gas. Gazetteer. Okay, so I'll use more of the, Gazetteer. Okay, thank you. Gazetteer. Okay, so emphasis on the first syllable. I was putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable. All right. Gazetteer. All right, so let's take a look at some of these. So as I was saying, in many Chip Theory games, they're going to have these pretty extensive reference sheets, okay? And most of it is about keywords. And so in Too Many Bones, in basically, I think just about maybe every Chip Theory game I've played, Too Many Bones, Cloud Spire, Burn Cycle, even 20 Strong, they've all had, for lesser or more, keywords that are part of it, okay? And so these go into nice detail, okay? Enemy skills reference. Morrowind is a land of volcanic ash. Yes, this water flows magically directly from live volcanoes. Volcanic ash means that they're probably all dead. Look, let's not get caught up in the details, shall we? Okay, what next? Well, we've got a couple of bags. Let's show those off. And there's more underneath there. Oh, there's more. Okay, we've got some lovely printed bags. Maybe these are for the skill chips. I don't know. We'll see. These are going to be to use the terminology of Too Many Bones, for the 10 and 20 point baddies. All right. And the 1 and 5 point baddies, which I'm not sure if they call them enemies. Maybe they call them baddies. I haven't looked through the rule book enough yet. All right. Okay, so let's go right here. Now, in the final edition of the game, there's going to be a repacking guide that did not come with this, although I have a PDF that I can use that will tell me how to put everything back in the box. Okay, here we go. Oh, cards. We've got a campaign journal. All right. Notes on the back. Wow, that's a lot. All right. I'll have to go through these relatively quickly. because we still have quite a bit more happening in here. All right. These are the PVC material. Adventurer turn reference on the back of these. All right. So these are stamina, combat stamina, acrobatics. Maybe that's the stat that is part of it. Bow, destruction staff, magic. Ooh, level 3. So yeah, I like the sound of that. One hand and shield, restoring light, shadow, and all of these. Oh, the other ones they're double-sided. Okay. Heavy armor. Speech. Okay. Yeah, Mitch, I'm sorry. I'm not going to rebox it on camera. That would be a fool's game. I will take my time and do it where I don't have to feel rushed. Okay. Let's see some of the races here. And their stats. All right. So we've got Argonian, and they've got a ability here, Argonian resistance. Once per battle, when you would be dealt damage, prevent all of that damage. Ooh, that's nice. The stats, 5 health, 1 stamina, 2 magicka, 1 combat, 2 cooldown. Okay, and you've got a couple of different Argonians, actually several because they're double-sided. All right. Breton. All right. Where are my Khajiits? I know they're in here. More of the Nightblade War. Oh, so these are going to be, yeah, okay, the different types of classes, I think is the right word for this. Archer, Dragon Knight, Templar, Spell Sword, Knight, Nightblade, Warden. So they got Novice and Master, Necromancer. Look, I'm going to tell you straight up, my first character is going to be a Necromancer. No question. My first character is going to be a Necromancer. All right. Yeah, I did say that they are repacking instructions that are going to come in the game. This one did not, but I have a PDF of it. Okay, healer, rogue, pilgrim, scout, bard. You know, you're not going to have trouble finding the classes that you want to, and there are multiple images for each too. Okay, orc, high elf, Nords. There's my Khajiits. Sweet. Yes. I love it. All right. Wood elves, red guard, dark elf, orc. Ooh, I'm pretty excited. Much excite. Isn't that what the kids say? Much excite. We got more cards. We got more stuff. I just have to be smart enough to open them. All right. What have we here? You know what? I could also actually be referring to the rule book and maybe use some of the, if I look through the components, although I imagine there's a fair number of components. Okay, so these are side quest cards, okay? So different side quests that you can go on. I'll give you an up close of one. This is the Dark Forces of Greed. Okay, so you can get an idea. Yep. All right, and there are how many side quests? There are 30 side quests. Okay. Very nice, very nice. Okay. So that was that box, which Went down the side, but I'll keep it out for now so that it may be easier to get to the other items. Let's go ahead and take out this, okay? This is going to be familiar to people who've played chip theory games. It's going to be basically a place to organize your cards. They have a picture of it in here, like fully done up. Well, anyway, you're going to be placing different cards here. You can see, if you can get that, there are symbols at the bottom, all right, that are going to kind of let you know what's happening there. Okay. Here. Okay, so I don't know exactly what it is, but I can surmise from looking at it that a die goes there and 2 chips go there. Okay, I'm going to make that bold assumption. Oh, it says that is a day XP dial, okay, and enemy chip. Oh, this is a day / XP dial. Okay. These are the sword pegs. Again, this one did not come with the metal pegs, but there will be metal pegs available for this. All right. Okie dokie. Someone's asking about a retail version of this. I don't know if Chip Theory can say one way or the other. I'm not positive. This is the retail version I'm hearing. Okay, well, one person said. I don't necessarily doubt them, but we can get some confirmation from Chip Theory on that, possibly. All right. Another foam block. I'm telling you, they keep coming with this foam. It's ridiculous. All right, here we've got another embossed. Okay, widely available outside of crowdfunding, but it will be the same version. All right, many cards. Many cards. All right. Common item cards, of which there are 110. This even has the nice little thing on the side. I'm notoriously bad at opening up card packs. And this even has the easy opening tab that I'm still struggling. There we go. All right. So we said these are the common items. Let's go through each card, please. Okay, let's do that. Now, do you need anything more, really, than the glyph of bashing? If you've got that, do you really need the other 109 cards? What item do you need other than the glyph of bashing? Well, you've got the glyph of foulness, to be fair. Transmutation. Glyph of reduced feet cost. I like that. Feet are getting far too expensive these days. All right, so a lot of glyphs, okay? Environmental, battlefield, okay? Diplomatic immunity. So I'm just going to kind of flip through these, but you're going to get an idea. There are a lot of unique item cards in the game, like this appleback salamander. I'm going to stand up so I can get these a little closer to the camera for you, actually. Pebble Pal. It's not a pet rock, it's a Pebble Pal. I love that. I must get this item somehow. Okay. So we got some axes and mauls, swords. Sorry, I've let my arms drop. Can't do that while you're boxing. You drop your arms, you're getting rocked right under the chin. You'll be on the mat. Okay? Every item in this game is unique. No repeats. Yowza. These are card dividers. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to use them right now. Right now. That's how I roll. How are we doing on time? Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. You folks seem to want to get a fair amount of information. Okay. That was a beautiful pebble. I agree. Okay, which are these cards? These are delve cards, of which there are, says 7. Oh, there's province-specific delve cards, and there are general. So there's 58 of the province-specifics and 7 general. I'm betting these 7 are right here. Okay, so these are the general ones. All right. General delve cards. Well, maybe not. I may be speaking out of turn, because these don't look exactly like that. No, these are not. These are guild cards. I'm sorry. These are guild cards, not delve cards. These are guild cards. These are definitely the delve cards, but there's some general ones in here too. Oh, here we go, GE. So these are the generals. The other ones are all tied into a location. All right. I did correct myself in the nick of time, Chip Theory. But thank you for the confirmation. All right. These look like legendary items. Oh my. Legendary. Legendary items. Oh, man, these first cards are fire. The Scald King's Patty Melt. I am so down. Sweet Roll, yes please. More glyphs. Pork fried rice, oh my God. Rabbit haunch with cheese grits. I could not be more excited than I am. Poutine. Roast pig. Crawdad quiche. Oh, this food. Yes. Got some sigils here. Sigils. Nose warmer. Okay. So those are legendary. If a patty melt isn't legendary, I don't know what is. Okay, we got 3 more decks to look at briefly here. Boop. These appear to be more delve cards. Maybe there's other stuff in here. Okay, so these, let's see if they have a region. Yeah, these are more delve cards, it would appear, based upon what I'm seeing here. So I'm actually going to keep those with the other cards, with the other delve cards. Okay. Now these are double-sided. So these are encounter cards. We've got province-specific encounter cards and general encounter cards. They are double-sided. All right. Get the idea that a lot of time and work was put into this game. It's like, my goodness. Okay. Okay. Lovely, lovely. I think we might have more of those encounter cards. So much stuff indeed. Someone is asking about, is this game one long campaign or one-offs or both? Chip Theory can kind of check me on this, but I do believe this is a campaign game because you're building your character and progressing that character through a campaign. I know it's a campaign game. I don't know if there's any way to play it one-off. That's really the where I'm at on that. That Chip Theory could maybe clarify. More encounters. A lot more encounters, actually. Okay, so I'm going to keep those with the other cards. No, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll keep them separate because I have a thing there. All right. Oh, so we've got some more stuff. We've got so I'll go through and resort these, but we got some legendary item cards in here. So, and probably some more encounters and such. All right. Usually when you get cards, they're not like all exactly the same. You have to kind of go through them. That just is kind of the way you print these. All right, so more encounters, more legendary items, more delicious food like this sweet skeever gumbo. Caramelized goat nibbles. Don't sleep on the caramelized goat nibbles. All right. More items. Ooh, the domino pig. Spectral chicken. Woo! It's all about the spectral chicken. Cock-a-doodle boo. I love it. All right. So, cards. Lots of them. Lots of cards and a box to keep them in. All right. Now it looks like we've got some adventurer mats, and then we've got dice and chips. All right, so we still have a bit to go here. I'm going to try to get this done in an hour, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, so adventurer, how are they called here? Let's try to use the official terminology if I can. Adventurer mats, of which there are 4, okay? So you'll be slotting dice into these. You will be using the pegs, all right? Again, this is very similar to the way things are in Too Many Bones, Cloud Spire, Burn Cycle, all right? Let me make sure I'm at the bottom of the chat. I am not. Okay, yeah, so I missed a lot of that. Okay, didn't want to do the single narrative. Okay, that's kind of what I figured. 2 hours plus 30 minutes per player, and that's a legit reasonable time, not a super conservative one. Okay. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff I didn't get. Okay. All right, so there are 4 of these, and I'm assuming these are to save them because they give you the ability to keep the dice in place. If you can see the cover on this, it's indented so that you can keep the dice in there. All right, I'll just show you the art for all of them, but otherwise they are functionally the same as far as I can tell. That was an assumption. All right. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Finally to the bottom layer, people. Whoa, a lot of stuff. Okay. Those are very nice, functional, sturdy. And it looks like, again, you can, those trays allow you to save your character easily between sessions 1, 2, and 3. That's what I figured, but it's nice to have the confirmation. All right. Now we got dice and chips. Dice and chips. Let's go with the chips first. Now, I'm not going to open up all of these. These are standard Chip Theory chips. These are not the premium chips, okay? As a matter of fact, do I have any that are, I don't know if I have any like really handy to me right now that I can show you, but here, I'll open up one. Just in case you've never seen their chips before, these are their standard chips. Health chips, primarily, but they're also chips that are used for enemies and things along those lines. Okay. All right, so that's their standard. If you get the premium chips, they are significantly weightier. So that's just a preference thing. I do like the premium chips, you know, of course, they're pretty luxe. All right, this one has a lot of room for more chips. Sorry, make sure we get that on camera. These are cash chips. There are 6 of them. Okay, got some cash chips. C-A-C-H-E, by the way, not C-A-S-H. All right, here's where we're going to be getting most. Ooh, this is heavy. Lots of chips, okay? I will not show every single one. I will show representatives of each. Open sesame. There we go. See, you don't, I haven't found that you need to use a knife or a scissor or anything. It's very likely that I spill these. It's hard to dip, see? It's such a big stack. All right, but that's okay. Gives me a chance to show off some of these bad boys here. I'm just picking some at random, okay? That in focus? Get in focus. There we go. So double-sided. Appreciate Chip Theory being in the chat, answering so many questions, clarifying things. Thank you so much. Sorry, some of these are having trouble catching focus. But you're getting the idea. So it's got most of the information that you need on these chips. I feel like it's trying to focus on things behind it. That's probably as good as I'm going to get. So you can see the health. It also will have keywords, and that's where you're going to refer to the keyword player aid. You can see here this particular Breton Archmage has Arcane, Siphon, and Necromancy. And so you would refer to those sheets to kind of let you know what those key terms meant. And as you play it more, you'll probably remember many of them. All right, so this just gave you a little bit of a taste for those. I am going to take the time to put them back in here because I don't want to be making too much of a mess here. But look, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to show you, the Dice Tower fans, as much as I can. All right. Okay, so yeah, lots of clarifications in the chat from Chip Theory. We've got a first player token. Boop. Boop. All right. We've got more baddies here. Oh, nice. This is good information. The fairly empty chip tray is intentionally fairly empty to allow for future expansion storage. That's fantastic because I know a lot of people, myself included, get very frustrated when they can no longer store things in the box because they've added expansion material that doesn't fit. Sometimes it's impossible to prevent, but if you can. All right, so more chips. Like I said, I'm not going to go into all the detail here. All right. So there were some the white chips were companion chips. They call them enemies, not baddies. Baddies is exclusive to Too Many Bones or the 20 Strong version of Too Many Bones. We've got So we've got the adventurer chips here, which is going to be you and your party on the map, depending upon which adventurer you choose. All right. All right. Okay, so all of the different races there with all of the artwork so that you can have whatever your character represented with this lovely chip on the board. All right. Okay, all right. And then there were some more enemies here as well. No shortage of enemies in this game. All right. Who likes custom dice? I know a lot of people like custom dice. I like custom dice. All right. Let's take a lookie at some custom dice. Yeah, lots and lots of custom dice. So pretty. So shiny. These are over fatigue dice, which kind of have this cool marbling on them, but also looks like there's a whole lot of room for more dice there, Chip Theory, perhaps for future expansions. Only like 150 custom dice, is that it? Gosh, seems a little chintzy to me, but okay. Oh, more fatigue dice and, open the top, more fatigue dice and over fatigue. The black dice are over fatigue. The gray marble dice are fatigue dice. But wait, there's more. Check it. Very cool. And then there's something about this, I don't know why it excites me so much, but these mini chips, let me put that where it belongs. I love these mini chips. These are so cool. I'm a sucker for stuff like this. I don't know why, but I am. So those are called attribute tokens, and we also have some overland tokens in there, the mini chips. We also have a number of stat tokens. Okay, so you've got 16 of each color, red, green, and blue. Those are the stat. And you can see they're engraved or etched. Let me catch the light there. There you go. Right. So, look. That's a lot. All right, that is a lot. And this is going to be a game that clearly is going to be one that you devote a lot of time to, that you're going to be going through and leveling up your characters. And if you're playing with a party, with other players, you likely are going to be trying to synergize as much as you can. So, yeah. Those stat tokens do look lovely. They look like hard candy, no doubt about it. All right. Let's head back to the front here. Now, we just spent just under an hour, okay? And I certainly didn't rush, but I also didn't you know, go too languidly. So there's a lot. There's a lot here. If you are a fan of Elder Scrolls, I can't imagine, unless you're just not a campaign style gamer, I can't imagine you're not going to be very, very interested in this. If you're a Chip Theory fan, a Too Many Bones fan, or some of their other larger games, well, they're almost all large except for 20 Strong, really. I think you're going to be interested in. And yeah, this is one that I know that there are plenty of people that are excited about, people that have backed it, or maybe have late pledged, pre-ordered, whatever the case may be, and are excited about their copies coming. I'm trying to remember. Oh, yes, I do want to mention this. Chip Theory is talking about one of the expansions. It says all of Valenwood fits and there should be room for content that they have planned. If they do like they did with Too Many Bones, obviously they may have to do something like a trove chest for this. But as of right now, it looks like they've got what they have planned already room for. And none of the expansion stuff was included here, okay? So, but I think, again, I think that this base box is going to give you many, 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 many days, weeks probably, at least, of content to play through. So I think looking through this, maybe looking through the campaign, certainly if you've already ordered it, you know if this game is for you or not. So there you go. A nice little run through. I'm kind of stalling a little bit because I wanted to see if there were any questions that are coming up. It says, are the premium chips clay? Not sure. All right, I said I wasn't going to do this, but let me see if I can really quickly find, get hold of one of their premium chips so I can kind of give you an idea of what they've looked like. All right, let's see if one is somewhat easily accessible to me. No. 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 Are those premium? No, those aren't premium. Yeah, I don't think I've got any premium handy to show you. Unfortunately, I apologize. But you can probably, I'm assuming that there are videos out there that are, okay, they're not clay, they're plastic, but they feel, they feel pretty hefty and chunky in your hand. So they feel premium to me, that's for sure. I just can't, unfortunately, find some that are close to me to show off. But there are probably other videos out there that have shown off their premium chips from one of their other games, which I'm assuming would be very similar, if not the same, as the premium chips that they are offering with this game as well. All right, let's see here. Loopy put up a link to, that's a secondary seller. But what may be a better value, late pledges are still available on GameFound. They close the first week of September. So I would recommend that because the other place you're going to be getting secondary market prices. All right. So any other questions? Final MSRP of the game was going to be $225, but the late pledges are much cheaper and you get free shipping with it. So there you go. Got that. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on another Solo Friday, DiLisio Factor here at the Midwest Annex. We've got Gen Con next week. All right. And so while we still have content going up the rest of this week, we have reviews and things along those lines. We have got some stuff that we've done a little bit forward to have during Gen Con, and we're going to have a tremendous amount, as you can probably expect, of post-Gen Con coverage as well, vlogs, of course, but there's other special things. We've got special things planned for you post-Gen Con, and hopefully it's going to be something that you enjoy. And I don't even want to say what it is right now. I want to give you, look, you looked forward to the Elder Scrolls this long. You need to have, now you need something else to look forward to. And you can look forward to that post-Gen Con coverage. If any of you here are going to Gen Con, please, please, please stop by our booth, 331. We're booth number 331 this year. And we would love to see you. Say hello, take pictures, you know, depending. Sometimes we get a little hung up with something if we're running the register or things along those lines. But anyway, if you're going to Gen Con, look forward to hopefully meeting you. Chip Theory Games, they've got to be there, right? They've got to be there. So you can check them out as well. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for me. This is your pal, Mike DiLisio, signing off from the Midwest Annex. Bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another video on the Dice Tower. Hey, do you want to know what's going on with Dice Tower? Do you want to know about our events, our cruises, special things that we're going to do live here in the Dice Tower? Subscribe to Dice Tower Digest. Go to dicetowerdigest.com. It's a newsletter that we send out bi-weekly. We won't use your email for anything else. This is just to get you some information about the Dice Tower so you'll be up to date. Thanks for watching.